Turn to the left. Go to the stairs and go up the stairs. We're going to Lindellhallen. The hall was named after this man, Lindell, an artist born in 1920, and he died just a month after I was born, in 1980. Turn to the left. We're going to look at his art now. Open the door. This is Lindellhallen. It's very spacious, with big windows. And this is the so-called Umeå wall. He never gave it a title. And here's a picture of the artist himself with scissors, and his wife Kerstin, and his workbench with brushes and colors. Let's go to the window. I really like this space. There's no distinct border between inside and outside. I sometimes imagine myself standing outside the window, looking in, as if there was no window here at all. And all the light reflecting on this round white wall. It's almost strange to be here in June. Normally this place is so busy, hundreds of people passing by every day. But it's summer now, and almost all the students are gone. Summer. I always long for summer, long for a quiet place. I wonder what Lindell was longing for when he painted this wall. It took him 2 years to finish it, from 1970 to 1972. During that time, it was very criticized by many students. They didn't want an artist from Stockholm creating this huge art piece. They wanted to paint the wall themselves and send the commission money to Vietnam. I don't know if they realized exactly how political Lindell's art was. He was a humanist, interested in politics and culture, important events. Take this figure, for example. In 1968, 2 years before, Tommy Smith and John Carlos won medals in the Summer Olympics, and then they made history when they raised their black-gloved fists during the prize ceremony in support for human rights. And you can see the fists here also. There are many hands on Lindell's wall. And he also painted other athletes. He was interested in movement. Here's another hand. And a person looking. Perception was another thing that Lindell was occupied with. For him, painting was much about perception, to actually see. And talking about perception, do you see all these traces of wood from the formwork? They are a part of this wall, and a part of his paintings. The shapes belong to the wall, but at the same time, the white background also makes the colorful figures stand out from the wall. Some shapes communicate with each other, and some don't. And some of them are quite difficult to interpret, while others, like this one doing a long jump, is quite easy to recognize. I like that there is no beginning or end. You can start wherever you want on the wall and create your own little stories. Lindell also managed to be both serious and playful. Some motives also point towards more existential themes. Here, a dead tree and a common raven. And above them, this floating figure. I know that the artist struggled a lot in his life. He was often sick and spent time in hospitals. He had self-doubt. The fact that many students didn't like his work was very stressful for him. He actually started painting during the nights, so he wouldn't have to face them. I think you can see traces of this in some of the figures. And here is another trace. He has carved into the wall. But he also painted what he saw in this place. People and things, like this person with a lamp above. Like someone suddenly had an idea, a hopeful light. And I think about how his work is present in this space. I think about how I reflect myself in his art, and how his art is reflected in this place, in the windows and through this glass door. How I can see my own reflection in the glass. And if you look into the glass, you too can see your reflection.